Archangel Michael has an urgent message specifically for you today about a familiar place in your life. You've been walking past something important without truly seeing it. There's a location you know well, perhaps a place from your childhood, an old neighborhood, or somewhere you used to spend time, and divine timing is now bringing you back to see it with completely new eyes. The blue light you've noticed flickering in familiar spaces lately isn't random. Those sudden memories of specific places that pop into your mind throughout the day are signs. Your guardian angels have been preparing this revelation for weeks now. This familiar place holds the key to your next major breakthrough and spiritual awakening. Archangel Michael wants you to understand that what you've been searching for in distant places, new experiences, and unfamiliar territory has actually been waiting for you in a space you already know. The fact that you found this message today is no coincidence, it's divine guidance because the timing is critical. What Archangel Michael needs to reveal about this familiar place cannot wait any longer. Archangel Michael has revealed something profound. A powerful spiritual awakening awaits you in a place you already know, and you've been walking past it without recognizing its significance. This familiar location has been calling to you through feelings, memories, and subtle signs from the universe. The divine realm has been trying to guide you back there, but you've been missing the messages hidden in plain sight. The universe has actually placed spiritual markers throughout this familiar space, waiting for the exact moment when you're ready to see them with awakened eyes. Your future transformation and the next chapter of your spiritual journey depend on recognizing what's been there all along. Time is essential right now because this window of heightened spiritual energy surrounding this place won't stay open forever. While you've been ignoring these signs, others around the world have already discovered their breakthroughs by returning to familiar places with new awareness. What you've been desperately searching for elsewhere, the clarity, purpose, and inspiration you need, has been patiently waiting where you began. The perspective shift that's happening in your consciousness right now will change everything about your path forward. This isn't about nostalgia or simple memories. This is about divine revelation waiting in the most unexpected place, somewhere you thought you already knew completely. Now you need to recognize the signs that Archangel Michael has been sending about this familiar place. Have you been having recurring thoughts or vivid dreams about a specific location from your past? These aren't random memories, they are spiritual messages. You may have felt sudden, unexplainable urges to visit places you haven't been to in years. Perhaps you've stumbled across old photos of certain locations appearing on your phone or social media feed at unusual times. Pay attention if you've been feeling mysteriously pulled toward childhood homes, old neighborhoods where you used to live, past workplaces, or schools you attended. Notice when songs trigger memories of specific locations, or when certain smells suddenly transport you back to particular places. Have other people been mentioning locations from your past without any prompting from you? This is the universe orchestrating divine reminders. You might be finding old keys, addresses written on scraps of paper, or items connected to familiar places appearing in unexpected ways. The specific emotions that arise when you think about these locations, that mix of nostalgia, longing, and something deeper you can't quite name, these feelings are actually your soul recognizing important spiritual ground. Archangel Michael wants you to understand why your angels are using nostalgia as a spiritual guidance tool. Familiar places hold energetic imprints of your soul's journey. They remember who you were and can show you who you're becoming. There's an important difference between regular nostalgia and a divine calling. Regular nostalgia feels bittersweet and makes you wish for the past. Divine calling feels magnetic and future-focused, pulling you forward even as it connects you to a familiar place. Archangel Michael now reveals why familiar places serve as powerful portals for spiritual growth. When you spend meaningful time in any location, your soul actually leaves energetic markers there, invisible imprints that hold important information about who you were during that chapter of your life. These energetic signatures remain in the space, waiting for your return. The concept of returning to places with elevated consciousness is ancient spiritual wisdom. When you visit a familiar location with your current level of awareness, which is much higher than it was before, you can suddenly perceive things that were always there but invisible to your younger, less aware self. This is what new perspective really means in spiritual terms. You're not just remembering the place, you're experiencing it through the lens of everything you've learned and become since you were last truly present there. The same physical space can hold completely different energy depending on the consciousness of the person experiencing it. Think about how your vibration and spiritual frequency have changed dramatically since you last truly connected with this place. You're not the same person anymore. Your spiritual eyes can now see what was hidden before. Many familiar places sit on sacred geometry points or natural energy vortexes that amplify spiritual experiences. The location calling to you may have been chosen by your soul before you were even born as a place of power for your journey. Understanding this place as a spiritual teacher changes everything. The location itself has wisdom to share about your path. This is why breakthrough moments so often happen when we revisit familiar ground with full awareness and open hearts. Familiar places bypass your logical mind and speak directly to your soul because they hold memories your conscious mind may have forgotten but your spirit remembers perfectly. This is the divine plan of circular spiritual journeys. You must sometimes return to where you began to understand where you're going. What you couldn't understand before, you're finally ready to see now. Archangel Michael offers his powerful protection as you prepare for this important return to your familiar place. Before you visit, say this clearing prayer: Archangel Michael, I call upon your guidance and protection. As I return to this familiar place, open my spiritual eyes to see what I need to see. Surround me with your blue light of truth and clarity. Help me receive the messages waiting for me there. Thank you for guarding my journey. Practice blue light visualization for your trip. Close your eyes and imagine Archangel Michael's bright blue protective light surrounding your entire body, extending outward to create a bubble of divine energy that travels with you. What you bring matters. Consider wearing something blue to strengthen your connection to Archangel Michael. Bring a small notebook to write down any insights that come through. The best time to visit is either early morning when the energy is fresh and quiet, or during golden hour before sunset when the veil between worlds is thinnest. Before you arrive, spend a few minutes in your car or nearby quieting your mind through deep breathing. Release expectations about what should happen and open yourself to what wants to reveal itself. Set a clear intention by stating, I am open to receiving divine guidance and new perspective in this familiar place. This protects you from interference or distractions that might prevent you from fully experiencing what's meant for you. After your visit, cleanse your energy by washing your hands and visualizing any heavy emotions flowing away. You can create sacred space even in public or common areas simply through your intention and awareness. Mentally invite Archangel Michael to accompany you throughout this experience. You'll know divine protection is active when you feel a comforting presence, see flashes of blue light, or experience unusual calm even in busy surroundings. Archangel Michael wants you to understand what may happen when you return to this familiar place with new awareness. Emotional waves may arise unexpectedly, tears, joy, or sudden sadness. These emotions are actually energy releases and spiritual downloads happening in real time. Allow them to flow without judgment. The key is learning to recognize divine messages versus regular memories. Regular memories feel like watching an old movie you observe from a distance. Divine messages feel alive and present, as if time has collapsed and past, present, and future are speaking to you simultaneously. Watch for specific signs that new perspective is being revealed, sudden chills running through your body, the feeling that time has slowed down, or moments when everything becomes extraordinarily clear and vivid. These physical sensations indicate spiritual downloads are occurring. Many people report tingling in their hands, warmth in their chest, or pressure at their third eye. Tears that come from nowhere often signal that deep healing or important recognition is happening at a soul level. Why will certain objects or corners suddenly catch your attention? Because your angels are directing your focus to energetic hotspots where messages are strongest. Trust these moments of sudden interest, they are not random. The way to distinguish between nostalgia and revelation is simple. Nostalgia makes you feel small and makes you long for what was, while revelation makes you feel expanded and shows you what's possible. Try this meditation technique while in the familiar place. Stand or sit comfortably, close your eyes, take 3 deep breaths, and ask, what do I need to understand about my journey? What wisdom does this place hold for me now? Then open your eyes and notice what you see first. Ask yourself these questions during your visit. What was I learning here? What gifts did this place give me? How am I different now? What can I see now that I couldn't see then? Stay in the space at least 20 minutes to allow full reception of whatever wants to come through. If the revelation doesn't come immediately, don't worry. Sometimes the most powerful insights arrive hours or even days later as delayed spiritual downloads. Trust divine timing completely. This new perspective from your familiar place will reshape your current journey in powerful ways. Archangel Michael reveals that specific inspiration will flow from this experience, ideas for creative projects, clarity about relationships, or sudden understanding of your life's purpose. When you see your past with awakened eyes, your present suddenly makes perfect sense. All those experiences that seemed random or painful will reveal themselves as perfectly orchestrated steps leading you to where you are now. The creative or spiritual projects that will be sparked from this visit carry special power because they are rooted in authentic personal experience rather than abstract concepts. New relationships or opportunities connected to this revelation will appear in unexpected ways, perhaps reconnecting with old friends, or meeting new people who share history with the same location. This is why breakthrough inspiration so often comes from familiar ground rather than new territory, because your familiar places hold the roots of who you truly are. Spiritual evolution follows a circular pattern, not a straight line. You spiral upward, passing familiar points but from higher perspectives each time. By understanding your own journey through this familiar place lens, you'll naturally help others recognize the wisdom in their own paths. The confidence and clarity that comes from understanding your journey as purposeful rather than random will radiate from you, attracting aligned opportunities and people into your life. Archangel Michael teaches you how to maintain spiritual connection with this familiar place even when you're physically distant. Create a simple ritual of returning periodically, perhaps monthly or seasonally, to check in with the energy and receive continued guidance. Keep a photo of the location on your phone or in a special place at home to use during meditation when you need clarity. Recognize this as one of your personal spiritual anchor points, a place of power you can tap into anytime through visualization and intention. The continuing guidance available through this sacred space remains accessible throughout your entire life journey. Archangel Michael stands with you now, urging you to visit this familiar place within the next 7 days while the spiritual energy window remains wide open. This divine timing won't last forever. Taking action to return to this place is an act of faith and trust in the guidance you've received today. Show your appreciation for this divine message by giving super thanks up to $20, honoring the spiritual guidance that has come through. This energy exchange strengthens your connection with the angelic realm and allows continued protection and revelation. Archangel Michael blesses your journey back to sacred, familiar ground. Trust what awaits you there.